A Cold Lake resident had a shocking find while on a walk with her dogs last week. The 19-year-old was walking along a river when one of her dogs made a startling discovery. Fraser Snowden has more.
It was a nice sunny day when Morgan McEachran took her two dogs for a walk last week. But then her one dog ran off and came back holding something that wasn't a stick. Her dog found a deceased puppy. But that wasn't all.
When I found her, she was on a bank just like this one, covered in mud, that had prints in it, and she had a living puppy in her mouth. You can still play in the water.
After taking a look for any more puppies, she decided to take in the dog and call it River. But it does upset her that someone could do this.
I was pretty disgusted, and I went to Facebook to see maybe if it was an accident, but we were pretty sure it wasn't.
Morgan is no stranger to taking in rescue dogs. Little River will make number 3.
Both our dogs were both rescues, and they both deserved a second chance, so we're kind of used to seeing that a dog needs a second chance and being able to give it to them.
She seems to be in pretty good body condition.
The pup is only 6 weeks old. And after a visit to the vet, Little River seems to have a clean bill of health. Now the question stands, where did these two puppies come from? That's what bothers officials with the Lakeland Humane Society.
A very heartbreaking story. We try to save our animals as much as we can. We can do it. We try to do anything that we can to save our animal. To hear this type of story, it hurts.
Lakeland Humane reminds residents if they feel they can't take care of their pets to bring the animals to them. If you have any information about these puppies that were found, please contact an MD Peace officer at 780-812-3332. In Cold Lake, Fraser Snowden, Newcap News.
Some local students are taking a trip across the world without or leaving their classroom. The Lloydminster Catholic School Division has teamed up with the group Our Village Uganda as students spend the semester Skyping with kids in Africa while teaching each other about their cultures.
This is the best website. This is the only website you need to know.
Huddled around a laptop, these grade 6 students are no strangers to classroom technology. Computers have been a staple in lessons plans lately as they've used them to talk with kids in Uganda.
I thought it was really cool because we actually get to see them and we get to Skype them.
We're learning about how they live and how they have not as much money as us.
These Skype sessions are part of a new lesson plan by Nicole Blaise. Her students are using the technology to Skype and blog with students in Uganda as they learn a little bit more about each other's culture.
I think it's so important for them to understand the way other students live in the world that isn't the same as us. And you can teach them this, but until they actually see what it's like to live in another part of the world, they don't understand it.
The school created the program thanks to the efforts of Tara Lorenz and Our Village Uganda. Since coming back from a trip to the region in 2006, the area native and her husband formed the organization to support the needy in the area and empower the community.
The money that they raised last year has already gone into helping us set up solar power at our site before we had no electricity. It's helped us put windows and doors on one of our school blocks, and it's helped us start this year plant some food crops on our land. And local students are also getting involved in the fundraising effort, gathering money through donations, a school concession, and a silent auction. This grade 6 class raised close to $700 for the cause, adding to the more than $6,000 collected from Holy Rosary High School. It absolutely blows my mind. It just shows the power of what youth can do when they get involved and when they see what they're doing and the interest. It just makes the world really small, and it's amazing to see the hearts that kids have for others.
That makes us feel good to make them have a better life.
It makes me feel great because I'm helping out other kids that don't have as much money and helping them get a better life.
The students will continue their lesson plan throughout the year, with at least 2 more Skype sessions in the future. Agricultural producers in the Vermilion and Lloydminster region will have their say in a leadership change-up in the Alberta Wheat Commission. The organization advocates for Alberta wheat producers and is governed by producers themselves. Graham McCann has the details in this week's Ag Report.
2 of the 5 regions of the Alberta Wheat Commission are going to be holding elections for open leadership positions in November. Region 4, which encompasses Lloydminster and the county of Vermilion River, needs a director and 3 regional reps.
It's important for us to have good representation in your region, because your directors, the directors that are elected in the region, will bring the views of the region to the board table.
Any agricultural producer can go to their regional representatives with any concern that they have. It is the job of the Wheat Commission to listen to and advocate for the agricultural industry in Alberta. Each region meets and comes to consensus on what is in the best interest for the producers in Alberta.
We have face-to-face meetings of a board of 11. We're accountable to, protecting and directing the organization through a strategic plan. So we come together 4 times a year, go through strategic priorities. And so we can bring the views of producers, and you can bring your views from Region 4 to these directors, or become a director yourself.
The regional representation positions are for those that want to learn more about the committee and be prepared for a director role.
And basically that's a pool or a regional committee. They're designed there so in the future, they kind of get to know what the organization, they don't sit at the board table, but they get to know, be part of committees, they get to know what's going on in the organization, and hopefully that's kind of a leapfrog or a stepping stone to come into directorship.
To be nominated, you must be a producer that has sold wheat in Alberta within the last 2 years. Nomination papers are due on or before October 31st, and the voting will be held in the Camrose on November 17th. For more information, go to albertawheat.com. Graham McCann, Newcap News.
That's all the time we have for now. Have a good night.
Avoid those staircases at all costs.